Right, it's time for us to get fit. I'm heading in to meet golf fitness expert Rachel Tibbs from Dynamic Golf, and she's going to take me through some drills which will benefit my game and can benefit yours too. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how we can improve our thoracic spine rotation. Now, this area is used a lot in the golf swing to help deliver rotation, so it's key to keep this area loose and strong. So let's see how we can do this.
So we're just going to start with a breathing exercise that Hannah's going to demonstrate. So you're going to get into an all-fours position with her wrists below her shoulders and her knees below her hips. Okay, and we've got a nice neutral posture. Okay, what I'm going to ask Hannah to do is she's going to take a deep breath in and she's going to kind of feel as if she's pushing her shoulder blades out and wide, so creating lots of space here. She's also going to feel as if she's got a piece of paper between her hands and she's pulling it nice and wide. So we're really getting some movement from the shoulder blades, okay? So sometimes the restriction through here limits the amount of movement and rotation we've got through the spine, okay? So she's just going to take a big deep breath in and pull. Good. And as she exhales, she's going to try and maintain that position and keep pulling. Good. So you're just going to breathe in and out. So try and make sure that the breaths are as deep as possible, and you're just going to repeat that for about 6 to 8 breaths. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to look at to help improve thoracic rotation is just some extensions on a foam roller. This is going to help to open up the chest a little bit, so we're not too kind of rounded in the shoulders. So Hannah's going to demonstrate here with a foam roller. She wants to start with a foam roller probably around mid-back, so just at the bottom of the rib area, okay? And she's just going to support her head with her hands, okay? She's going to maintain a nice neutral posture here, okay? She's going to take a big deep breath in. And as she exhales, she's just going to extend back over the foam roller, okay? Make note that she's keeping this nice and neutral and all the movement is coming through the upper back, okay? She's just going to hold it a second and then back up. Make sure that you extend as you exhale. Good, as far back as you can. You might hear a few cracks when you do this the first time, okay? And that's absolutely fine. Once she's done that a few times in that position, she's going to roll her body down so the foam roller moves a little bit higher. She's just going to reset, bottoms on the mat, okay? Again, she's going to exhale and she's going to extend back. Okay, and what I would do is repeat this 2 or 3 times in 4 or 5 positions as you work up just to the base of the neck, okay? And you should feel that this stretches out the chest and just opens up the spine, allowing more rotation. So the next exercise that we're going to look at are what we call open bucks, and these are really going to help open up the chest and find some rotation. Hannah's in a good position here. What we've done is we've kept the lower body nice and stable, so she's popped a foam roller under there or anything else that you can just put a little bit of pressure, and that's to keep the lower body nice and stable, so we're ensuring that we find rotation through here. So again, she's going to use the breath. She's going to take a big deep breath in, and she's going to push the leg into the foam roller, and then she's just going to take the top arm and she's just going to open up the buck, rotating through the spine. Okay, she's going to try and get the arm as low as she possibly can. Okay, hold it for a few seconds, and then she's just going to close the buck back up. Okay, make sure that you're nice and square, okay, so you're not already actually open, just to make sure that you're getting as much rotation as you can and keep the arm nice and high, okay? And as you're pulling down to the floor, the pull should come from the shoulder blades, so you're trying to rotate as much as you possibly can, okay? And like I say, keep that leg nice and stable as well as you move through the exercise. Again, I would look to repeat this probably 8 to 12 times on each side, ensuring that you're increasing rotation as you work through the exercise. So the next exercise that we're going to look at to help improve thoracic rotation is what we call a quadruped reach back, okay? So we're going to get Hannah into an all-fours position, okay? And she's going to make sure she's got a nice stable posture, okay? Nice shoulder width apart hips, okay? And same with the hands, okay? So she's just going to place one hand on the back of her head, okay? And she's just going to push through with the opposite arm. So she's going to push through with the right arm, and she's just going to try and pull this elbow as high as she can. She's pulling through the shoulder blade here, trying to improve as much rotation as she can into that position, okay? Make sure you're breathing out as you pull, so pull from the shoulder, Hannah. Good, pull, good. That's it, and back down, okay? So you might feel a little bit restricted to begin with, but as you work through the repetitions, you want to try and improve as much rotation as you can without pushing backwards, okay? So sometimes it's good to just have a wall at the side if you feel like you're sliding, okay? And again, you want to repeat that around about 10 to 12 repetitions on each side. So the next exercise that we're going to look at in improving thoracic rotation is this physio ball separation drill. Okay, so it's a little bit more challenging is this exercise, but what we're trying to do now, we've found a little bit more rotation here, is learn to keep the lower body nice and stable so that you can separate between the both within the golf swing. Okay, so Hannah's just going to take a foam roller, okay, and what she's going to do is she's going to squeeze it between her outside knee and the wall, and what she's going to do is put a little bit of pressure, so she's going to be pushing into that foam roller to keep the lower body nice and stable. So she's going to feel the muscles of the leg contracting, okay? Then we're just going to take a physio ball and we're just going to pop that between Hannah and the wall, and what she's going to do is she's going to push that in nice and tight, okay? That hand next to the wall is just going to go onto the back of the head, and then she breathes out, she's going to push the physio ball, push the foam roller, and she's going to try and rotate as far as she possibly can. Good. And then back in, okay? It's quite a tough exercise is this, okay? You're going to feel lots of muscles in your body working. Good. Rotate as far as you can. Good. And then bring it back down, okay? So I won't make her do any more of them because they're quite challenging, okay? But what we're trying to do there is, like I say, create that tension in the lower body and create that separation. Again, I would repeat this around about 6 to 8 times on each side. So the final exercise that we're going to look at when we're looking at improving thoracic rotation is a cable rotation. So this is a bit of the progression from the other exercise that we've been doing, okay? So it's going to be a bit more reliant on you keeping the lower body nice and stable while you just rotate through the upper back, okay? So Hannah's going to demonstrate, okay? So she's going to get into a split stance position, okay, with one leg forward, okay? I'm just going to put a little bit of resistance on the band, okay? And what she's going to do is she's just going to keep the lower body stable and she's going to rotate with the band as far as she can, okay? So the feeling that she should have is that she's pulling with the left shoulder blade, okay? She's pulling herself round and keeping them hands in line with the chest so that she's not sliding or swaying, okay? Lower body's nice and stable. Rotate as far as you can for me, Hannah. Good. And then back in, okay? So you can put as little or as much resistance on there as you feel that you need, as long as you're not swaying or sliding and you're keeping the rotation coming mainly through the upper back.
Right, nothing too complicated there. So no excuses for you to get started straight away. If you want more fitness content, head over to National Club Golfer's YouTube channel and you can follow Rachel on social media here. Right, I'm off for a lie down.